All right. So we're here with Kelly and Brett, and just to remind you, this is a role play for class, not a real counseling session. So what brings so what brings you guys in today?
She don't listen.
She doesn't listen.
Nope.
He doesn't speak clearly. He
You
mumbles.
speak fine, your hearing skips.
You mumble, and your teeth.
I'm efficient.
Your lips don't clear your teeth. You don't enunciate.
I'm efficient.
You're full of it.
So he doesn't. So you have trouble understanding what he says.
Yes, so a lot of times I just go, whatever.
Like I said, she doesn't listen.
So I listen to the I don't know. What did I say?
Exactly.
That's right. That's why we have a problem.
So how long have you guys been together?
December
Ages.
of 15.
Ages?
So going on 4 years.
Going on 4 years. Okay. And so when y'all first met, how did y'all communicate?
Telephone or text.
And so you could understand him on the telephone?
Yes, but he made it a point to be very eloquent and very elaborate with his speaking on the phone.
It's not that I don't know how, I just don't.
Yes. Yes.
So
he gets lazy with
So it
his
sounds like you
lips.
get a little bit more relaxed, like you're just more comfortable than maybe you guys were.
By this
earlier.
time, she ought to already be able to read my mind, so I shouldn't have to enunciate. You know, so, yeah, she knows what I'm talking about.
And you do that. You'll see you'll have a dip in your mouth or something, and you'll go. And what do you want me to do with it? I just stick it in my face? I don't know. Well,
I heard you knew.
then I'm gonna spit. I'm sorry, but we're getting there. Maybe.
But you won't let me spit in the plants or the trash can or the sink or any places that are handy anymore.
I
So.
didn't smoke in the house. I didn't have an ashtray in the house. I didn't put a cigarette out in the plant. I did not put a cigarette out where you wash your hands, wash your face.
Different
Sit
between
down to go to the
cigarette
bathroom.
butt floating around in there.
Spit is disgusting.
I'm not denying that.
Well, you have a bucket, and I bought you special little cups. Little styrofoam cups to spit in, and it's just not enough, is it?
No, never.
Never. Okay. So it sounds like you just have a lot going on
Yeah.
for the most part,
We
as
do.
far as and so. So do you honor what she says, like not spitting in these places that she?
No, yeah, for the most part.
Okay. For the most part.
Unless I get caught. No, actually, I don't spit in plants
I
and
never-
rarely in the trash can.
Never asked you.
That's CB's been doing that lately.
He's your friend. It's our home.
Say something to him.
I have. You say something to him.
I
Or just
have.
laugh and go, yeah, she hates that.
Okay.
So how are you going to make that situation better? So when he comes over, how are you going to handle that?
I'm gonna lie. So she hates that.
But if you know it would make her happy and
Oh,
it
no,
would
I'll say
show,
something.
yeah, if it would show her
I do-
respect.
he,
then-
no, in his defense, he just he's too busy.
CB's a different sort of person.
Is he?
And I mean,
Oh yeah, oh my bad.
yeah, he's always sorry, and he truly means it, but he just,
It
you
just
can tell
doesn't-
him today, but tomorrow he won't know. Yeah,
Mhm.
He won't, just forgets. Thinks he's at home or whatever.
Or you catch it, you gotta catch him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, hey, man, don't spit in that trash. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's just used to doing it like that, I guess, at home.
He just, it's better than the floor.
Mhm. Mhm.
True.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a respect thing. So if he comes over to your house, it's not his house.
Well,
But I
I'm
guess you
sorry.
guys have been buddies.
Well, no,
for a long
actually,
time.
it is
Pardon,
his
what?
house.
Oh, it is his house.
Yes,
Okay,
it's
I'm
his-
sorry.
What word did you use?
What
It's
was
kind
that?
of like a what thing?
A respect thing.
Oh, that's what I thought I heard.
Yeah.
Just making sure I
Well,
was clear.
so a lot of times, so what it sounds like is like there's a lot of things that you wish that would be done differently at the house sometimes, or your communication is things that
It's
you
just
would
the things
like
that
to
we've
be
talked-
done.
These are things we talked about. I mean, it's just like, I've asked you not to, or I've asked you to do this or something, and it's like, we don't care. You can do whatever you want. But it's not all, you're not the bad guy here. I know, I don't,
I'm gonna get to it.
okay?
Okay.
Get to it.
Okay. So what is it? Are there some things that she does that you wish that would be different?
Oh, she's perfect.
Oh,
She's
boy.
perfect just the way she is.
Yeah.
Babe.
What?
In what world? Oh, don't look at me.
So she does everything. There's nothing that she does that that frustrates you, or?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
of course there
Well, give me an example.
is. She turns around and walks away from me and mumbles under it. What? I didn't say
Because I was
anything.
not talking to
No,
you.
no.
I'm not
You
talking
do
about
that all the
you. I
time.
know, and I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about you. That's different. I am, and I've told you that if you wouldn't ask me what, then I wouldn't have to say anything, and then we wouldn't argue.
Don't talk because I can't hear you anyway most of the time. And if you say something, I want to know what it is you're saying because that way I can address it or I can do it or whatever.
I'm
You say
saying
that,
something
what do you say?
snide.
Do what? I know.
Well, I
If
don't
you got
wanna
something
tell you.
snide to say, then stand there and say snide shit.
No.
Don't walk away doing that because that's passive aggressive. And
No,
that,
that's fine. I know it's passive aggressive, but that way, I just, that's my way of venting.
So
get
when
it
you
off
walk
my
away
chest.
and mumble, what prompts that? How do you, like,
He's made me angry.
okay, he's done something?
Oh, she's being shitty is all.
I did what?
She's just being shitty.
That's, now come on. Yes, I am being, yeah, but not fully. I'm
Oh, well,
still
no, I
angry
mean,
at you.
well, yeah, but I mean,
Cause
you're just being,
he is,
yeah.
because his way's always the right way, or
No,
what.
it's not.
Okay, so the last time she did that, when was this?
Oh,
Just for a case point.
Probably
Was it yesterday?
yesterday,
Okay,
yeah.
so yesterday,
That
what
is
did,
a regular thing.
oh, I know, but just think of the last one that just happened to kind of pinpoint it. So the last time it happened, what did he do that caused you to kind of walk away?
Who knows, man?
I can't
A
remember
breed.
the last one.
It was just yesterday.
Well, no, I was joking when I said yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know, when was the last time I did that?
I don't
it
care.
does
I mean, I
happen on
don't
a
keep
regular basis,
I
but
don't
I-
keep score like that. It just, I mean, it happens, you know.
I don't
so
remember.
I don't remember
Is it
what.
during the, I'm trying to.
Oh, I do too.
Okay,
remember.
okay.
I got one. I don't know if it was the last one or not. It was probably, let's see, when you went into the sewing room and the polyurethane didn't have a lid on it yet. And that must be a pet peeve with him or something. I just hadn't made it in there to put the lid on it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But he was in there. He was going to make sure that I knew that I didn't do it yet. And I was like, no. That's the kind of stuff. I know that. If you give me a minute, I got 15,000 other things I'm doing at
Mhm.
one time. Just give me a minute. I'll get to that pain too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Somebody going, hey, I'm gonna put the lid on this for you.
That's not what you said, though.
I said, I'm gonna put the lid on this poly. I'm gonna go ahead
You
and put the
said,
lid
hey,
on. Hey, I'm
you
gonna
know
go
you
ahead.
left the lid off this poly. I'm going to go ahead and put it on there for you.
Oh, okay, yeah, I might have done that. Do you realize you did?
Yes, of course I did. I knew I did. I just hadn't made it back in there yet.
All right, here's the thing.
I was not in bed.
No. When you took the time to put the lid on, just set it on there, why not tap it down then?
It was draining. With that day that you went in there, my pan was draining back into it. Yes, it was.
No.
Oh, we're going to argue over this.
No, the pan, no, because the pan was,
Okay.
Okay, so I get the idea. So it sounds like he wanted it to be done right then. You didn't get it done right then, and that's when he was just.
the reasoning behind that
Mhm.
is because shit dries around the top, and then the lid doesn't go back on it,
Mhm.
and then then
Then you kind of ruin.
it's over. It's it's like it's gonna dry out on it, or you're gonna have stuff in it, and then it's.
Did you have a legit reason?
I mean, that's the thing that is why I'd say something about that.
I gotcha.
Because it's hard enough to work with anyway.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay.
And I mean, I understand that. I agree with it. And I know that it needs to have a lid on it. Didn't do it. I'm not a child, though.
No.
I know I didn't do it. Come on, what did you go in that room for other than to check and see if I had put the lid on it?
I was after glue or something. You're the glue Nazi.
Okay, so we're gonna let's take a moment here. We're gonna come back to this, but think about. I want you guys to think about how your relationships are with like your family members, your siblings, to see how you guys communicate with family members.
Same way.
Same way, like your family members when you.
No,
have,
I'm the same way with them.
Oh, okay. No different.
Not much, I don't think.
I don't know if I'm different or not with my family members.
No, I don't believe.
Like when you were growing up, how was communication with you and your parents or you and your siblings?
Encouraged.
Oh, we encouraged, but never happened.
Oh, no, I mean,
We, me and my, well, see, I don't know. my brothers didn't live there for a while. You know, it was
Mhm.
just up until like when we were, I think I was 13 maybe,
Mhm.
and then that was pretty much it for them. So, but up until that point, it was mainly argumentative between me and my brothers, and I don't know. I just tried to fly under the radar, I guess,
Mhm.
so nobody would.
So you had a lot of conflict with your brothers?
Oh, the one, well, the one, yeah, I hated him.
Okay.
But I love him now.
Mhm.
I mean, I loved him then too, but no, I was.
He's my
a
main
little
companion.
bitch to him.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I was horrible to him.
What was your age difference?
He was 2 years older than
2
me.
years older. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know why I didn't like, but all he was doing was trying to protect me all his life, and I just hated him.
Mhm.
So,
So he was kind of like a protective brother.
well, don't misunderstand me. He deserves some of what he got.
Okay.
Older brother never do.
Yeah, he did. My other brother was like, was
Clueless.
gone all the
Mhm.
time. So it was me and Bobby were the closest out of all of us. And
So when you say he deserved what he got,
he was mean to me too. I mean,
Oh, We're yeah, just looking
he
out
called
for
me
y'all.
Kelly Toe Belly.
Oh, that.
Look, when you're a little girl, that things like that, you know, they stick. Or fat water.
Water.
It's still kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, you've heard all this, most of the stories. I gave him back probably more than he deserved, but there were
Mhm.
times that I didn't do anything. So,
Mhm.
what are you doing?
Fixing my knife.
Fidgeting.
so you say you and your brother communicate pretty good now?
Oh yeah, we get along great now. I lived with him for about a year.
Mhm.
And, oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, we joke and laugh and have a good time, and we all know that I was the bitch in the family, you know. And that's pretty much the way it, yeah.
But that was
Handle it.
then. That's not now, though.
Right.
Yeah.
No, we get along good now.
According to Brett, you're the angel. You're perfect.
Oh yeah, but he just now almost said I wasn't. Didn't you?
I was messing with you.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna believe that perfect stuff.
And Brett, how was your relationship with your family?
It was good. I
It was
mean, it
good.
would depend on which side, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Did you, communication was good with siblings and parents?
I mean, for the most part, one encouraged that the others would. If I want anything out of you, I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
As I was gonna say, it doesn't look like to me from an outsider looking in,
Mm-hmm.
like there's a whole lot of communication. There's a lot of talking,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe not a whole lot of communication.
Mm-hmm.
Just meaning, do you really know what's going on with your nieces and nephews' lives? And,
No, but
if you wanted to
I'm
know,
not interested.
Right, but if you wanted
I mean,
to
I
know,
am, but I mean, it's not. Yeah, if I
if
want
you
to
wanted
know.
to know, it's
Yeah.
available.
So it's kind of like a surface level communication. Like if you're good, you're good, and
Yeah.
you don't really get into the details of life or.
And, well,
No, not
unless
unless we. I mean, you know, sit out and have a discussion or
Mhm.
or talk, and I mean, and that happens. Okay, and
Regular.
it just kind of depends on.
we also down talk more
I
often.
mean, there's no problem at all. Like to walk in and you know you get the old ha-has and the out of the way, and then
Mhm.
say, hey, blah, and then it's not like I got, you know, or they'll say, you know, I got something to
They're very
do.
loving
Mhm.
family. They're
Got something to
very
do. I'll
loving.
get back with you.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I told Brett that I'm not used to seeing that kind of the amount of love that they have for each other is really it's overwhelming for me because my family's not really like that. We're all spread out all over the place, and we just don't. We
And
love
your
each
family
other.
didn't come together like their family does.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. And they truly love each other.
Mhm.
Not just yeah, I love you, brother. Or what? No, they really do love each other. It's kind of weird to me.
So his family has more of a connection probably that
Mhm.
yours doesn't. Where yours, everybody, not that yours doesn't have a connection, but they're just so spread out, so you don't see.
Ours, I guess my
It all
family's kind
together.
of like out of sight, out of mind.
Mhm.
Since we're not all right up tight together, then yeah, I'm sure they're doing fine, or we'd hear about it. You know? So we just don't communicate, or
Or
don't.
you only hear from them if there's something major going on.
Right, or
Yeah.
just your obligatory once a month phone call or whatever to mom or what have you. That thing.
Okay. Do you wish it could be something more? Do you wish it could be kind of like Brett's family?
I would love for it to be more like Brett's family, but I kind of would love for it to be like that with different people.
So not the people you have already in your family, like you want different people in your
I
family.
see it working out real well with the people that I have. Not that because we do love each other. We just it's not as intense a love, I guess, or it's not as unconditional as their love is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just feels different, I guess, and I don't really know that it's not unconditional. It's just feels different.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
Hmm.
Yeah, mine's like it takes a village to raise
Mm-hmm.
a child.
That's your family's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
it
all
doesn't
get
matter
together
which
and
one. You get snatched up. You
Mhm.
had to act right wherever you were. You know.
Yeah. Whereas in your family, it was kind
Yeah,
of
my
like you
kids
were.
grew up without even knowing my brothers because we lived in 2 different states, and nobody took the time to, well, let's go see Kelly, or let's go see we never did that kind of stuff.
So you lacked the closeness, the
Mhm.
connectedness, not just being over the phone, but the being closer together, really,
Right.
to see each other and
Yeah,
spend time together.
and the family part of it, we kind of failed miserably at that part.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody perfect. But mine,
You
like
said I
third
was.
cousins.
Mm-hmm.
People married to like third cousins. They're family.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of thing they come to, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We don't stay in contact like we,
Yeah,
did
but
at one
you
time.
see them.
But if I see them, yeah.
Hey,
Mhm.
it's how you.
Oh, but
look,
man,
it's
if they
cousin
knock on the
so-and-so.
door, it's man, come
Yeah.
in.
You're picking up
Lock
like
up
right
when you
where you
leave.
left off,
Yeah,
kind of thing.
exactly.
Mhm.
And my family, I'd be standing at the door going, "Who are you?" And you want what? No, you can't come in here.
You're like, show me the family tree. Where
Yeah.
are you in this family tree that you
I've
are?
heard of you. No.
Yeah. So would you want things to be? You said you kind of wanted some things to be different with some members of your
I would
family,
like
maybe.
to have what he has with his family.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care necessarily where it comes from, but I would
Mhm.
like to have that kind of closeness with people.
Mm-hmm.
What? I'm working on it with you.
Well, I'm talking about my family, like
I
my
was gonna
family
say,
now.
did your
they're
family kind of adopt her?
oh
in a
yeah,
sense?
yeah, from day
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
In fact, they like her better than they like me. That's the way it always is. Though. But yeah, she's like. Well, we need to ask Kelly because you can't ever tell with
That's
him.
because.
But no, I mean,
it's not because they like me more. It's because
they pity
I
you.
remember things and I can help to get you there on time.
They pity you
They don't pity me.
They pity.
do
Why
not
would you say they
me.
pity her?
because she has to deal
She's
with
with
me.
you. Or maybe
They're
do you
very
think?
grateful to me every time I see them. They're always, oh, thank you, we're so blessed to have you.
Well, I was
Thank
gonna
God
say,
for you.
do you think that maybe they think that wow, like her being in the presence is making you kind of a better person?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a nice thing to say.
When she leaves, when she puts the lid on the thing that you were talking about, of
Yeah,
course.
on the paint can.
We can't be all perfect. I mean, that's
I'm
true.
a chaotic mess when I get ready. When I'm doing my creative, whatever it is I'm doing at home, it's chaos.
Mhm.
There's paint everywhere. He's very neat and orderly
trying to be.
and organized, but to the point that he never gets anything done because he's still getting everything organized.
I'm gonna have
do
to
it.
clean
And
up
I'm-
after everybody.
Oh, you're fixing to make me go off.
And y'all are in the middle of a home project too,
Yeah,
right?
well,
Oh,
yeah,
so
we're still
so how
remodeling
does
the
that
house.
work? Like, I mean, communication wise, especially if you're like a chaotic mess and he's very organized and systematic with his
We
process.
don't work very well together because we
So-
have 2 different ideas,
There
2
is
different
no
ways to get
communication
there,
there.
and
So do y'all work separately in the house? Like she has one area, you have the other area. Okay,
yeah, and then
Or no,
sometimes
no.
they commingle, and that's where the
That's where the
open paint
problem
can,
happens.
Oh yeah. I just want to go get out of my room, and you won't see it. You know,
Or
but
Get
still
out,
good.
get out of my house, because there's projects everywhere.
What? I have the porch, the back porch, and the sewing room. That's not everywhere. You have
And
tools in the kitchen. You have them, or excuse me, the dining room. You have them in the living room. You have them in the bathroom. No, not anymore in the bathroom. Yes, you do, under the sink.
no,
Yeah, you do. You still have stuff under the sink. Or did I finally get it out? Okay, we'll skip the bathroom.
okay.
You have
You have
your
stuff under the
room,
sink.
the sewing.
I don't know. My room is storage room. All
He
the
has
stuff out of
tools.
her room's in there with mine.
Is- Okay.
He has an extra table in the bedroom and an extra chair and a place to throw his clothes.
It's
and
covered
all
up.
It's all got projects on it, pieces of this and that. So don't tell me I project everywhere. We project everywhere.
But you work best when you project separately, though, right? Not so
Yes.
much projecting together.
Yes, because we don't have the same viewpoint on how to get to the same result.
Okay. So let me ask, going back to the communication. So how could we communicate better where, one, we were thinking maybe possibly articulating a little bit better
Mhm.
to enunciate of what we're wanting, our expectations. And then 2, less mumbling and walking off, maybe?
Yeah, but
That's not gonna happen.
I was gonna say, I can try that, but I can tell y'all I've been doing that since I was able to talk.
I know.
So, I mean, I am no good at just thinking it in my mind. I've got to spit it out of my mouth, because otherwise it doesn't have that to it.
I know. It's a bit of a challenge. It's kind of like when you're mad and you throw the door
Exactly.
and slam the door or throw stuff down,
That's why
kind
I
of
tried
have
to
too
tell
much
you, if
energy.
you just let me say those little
Uh,
spurts,
yeah.
just spit them out and just let them go.
But it sounds
Don't
like
ask
Brett
him.
would like you to tell him. Like if you're
And I
mad or
do tell him.
frustrated.
He'll say, "What's that?" And I'll turn around and say, "I said," and I'm not exactly proud of what I just said, but I'll tell him. And you know, we wouldn't have an
Okay.
argument if you wouldn't make me do that.
Mhm.
It's just a snide little bratty thing that I do. I mean, but I'll work on it.
Oh, I mean, it's
No, I will work on it. At least I'll stand there and say it.
yeah,
Smile on
please.
my
Or
face.
be conscious of it.
Then
I
we
think it's
then
like
we can box or something. I mean, instead of that.
Put it in a box.
No, then we can box.
Oh.
box it out.
Well, need to. I mean, with that going off, that just mad makes it good.
Or
Did you say? Is that what you really said?
do you remember those Nerf bats? Maybe get a Nerf bat, and so instead of
Mhm.
walking away, just pop them with a Nerf bat, and then you're done.
She just sat there and advocated. What do you?
Violent.
You
You trying to get me catch case?
I'm not advocating violence. I was just.
She
I
wants
believe
us
she
to have
is.
a domestic abuse.
But
I
okay,
believe
well.
she is.
So, well, what would you recommend? What would be a different option instead of being hit with a Nerf bat, or her mumbling and walking away? What
Do
would
them
you
little-
think
lick-
would be
lick 'em and
better?
Stick 'em darts, and then that way we could be around down the hall.
No
from
lawn darts.
He won't let me shoot spit wads at him because he thinks it's the most disgusting thing ever.
Well, that's kind of the whole spitting in the trash thing, though, isn't it?
Oh no, it's worse.
Oh,
It's
there we
worse?
go. If you spit in the sink or the trash can, anywhere that I have put my hands in, I
I'm-
get to spit wads at
I'm
you.
gonna box you if you spit
I'm gonna
wads
spit
at me.
one in your ear.
Ah, God.
So the thing, yeah. So like that's nasty to you. That other is nasty to her. So you gotta think about it. It's like every time you do that, would you rather her spit at you with a spit wad? And I'm with you. I hate spit
I'm
wads
talking about,
myself.
you know, something like that.
Listen here now.
You-
Spit wads, okay, that's one thing. But listen, they're not gonna smell like that bucket does. And at this time of year, anything you spit into, and I swear to goodness gracious, Brett Mitchell, if you ever open another bottle that smells like that in that house again, or anywhere in my presence, because I think the last one was in the truck, and I was like, oh my lord.
Oh, it's terrible.
Again?
Okay, so we're gonna
Sorry,
try to work
off
on these
subject.
things, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But what do you want her to do instead of mumbling off? Like you don't want to be hit with a Nerf bat, which is totally fine. What would you rather her do instead of walking off mumbling? Because this is something I want you to practice. This would be your homework to
just,
kind of practice.
Say whatever words you're fixing to say. 'Cause,
Oh, okay.
I mean, because a lot of times you got your ass up there about, I mean, nothing. That's not what I was.
Well, you come across as very condescending, so that's usually what you know. I want to be
Yeah.
a brat.
So when he does something that makes you aggravated, then just turn around and say it to him. And you don't have to be snotty about it. Just
Oh,
say,
no,
"Hey, I
you
was
don't.
upset that you said this," or
She
you know.
does do that. I mean,
Yeah.
or as you got.
And it's hard because in the heat of the moment, you just want to walk
Yeah.
away and be frustrated and get it out
Well,
of your
that's what
system.
I'm saying. I just want to say that one thing that's on my mind, and then I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna spit that little venom
Say
out, and I'm
it.
done.
Say
No,
where I can
because
hear it the first
I
time.
don't really
and
want
do
to say it to you, or I would have. But see, that's what
Well,
I'm,
but
that's what I'm
I
getting
think
at.
if you say it to him, then he can fix whatever it is, or you know, at least acknowledge it. Not acknowledge that
Well,
whatever.
I'm afraid if I said it to you, it would start another argument. I want to be done with it. I just want to. I want to have the
I
last
see,
word.
and I ain't even got a chance to play yet. You know.
You started it. You always.
He just wanted. She just wants to
Oh,
finish it
dude.
and walk on.
I just,
But-
I get that last word.
But if it lets him know that he can try to, you know, whatever it is, maybe resolve it so it doesn't.
okay, I'll do my best to not walk away. I might start to walk away and turn around and come back and go, wait a minute.
Yeah, I mean, you've done that. I mean, too, because I told her, man, quit doing that.
Yeah.
Because I have to stop it.
I'm
Because I
trying.
don't know if it or what.
So it's all right. How if I just look at you and go snide comment, and I'm walking away?
Okay.
Okay.
Would you be okay with that?
Sure.
Comment,
I can
and then
fill
you're
in the
like,
blank.
okay.
Yeah, you can fill in the blanks with whatever you want.
And if you're just wanting it to be done, be like snide comment over.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
go
well, I
on.
mean, that's a lot easier to me, you know, to do what?
Yeah.
Because, man, are you want to fight?
No,
Well,
I
and
see
then
that's
there's-
it. I
You
know,
don't
no, she
want
doesn't
to.
want
I
that.
just
I mean,
want to
but
say
that-
what I.
But saying that
It's
like
eating
that
at
and
me.
then going away is like, you're not even giving me.
It's kind of
you
like
know,
instigating it, but yet you're not able to
Yeah.
participate in it.
I
Yeah.
see what you're saying. is not giving you.
That's
enough
aggravating, you know,
energy
like,
to-
oh yeah, I hate that.
No
man.
rebuttal.
What'd you say? Yeah, because I might, you know, you might need to be, you know, not you, but
Might
you
need
might
to be
need to get
handled.
punched in the face.
Right.
And you do, and do what?
With a
I mean,
bird
you'll talk,
bat.
talk shit, go, you know, walk away, you know. And so that's
And and I think that's
That's
one of the,
aggravating.
well,
Years old.
it is one of the most frustrating things. I don't know if you've had that happen to you, where like somebody's trying to talk to you, but they're not facing you. So it's like they're walking away and talking,
I do
and that's
that.
the hardest thing because it's like I didn't hear you, and you hate to like I didn't hear you. Can you repeat yourself? It's like, dude, just talk to me, like face me, talk to me. And so those are one of those things that's like you always
was
have to be.
I'm bad
extremely
about doing it, but I'm not snide comment when I do it. I
It's
mean, I'm
regardless
actually.
what you have to say. The fact that you have something to say at all
But if it's something
should
important,
be done face to face.
yeah,
Yeah,
if
That's
it's something
true.
important, like
So-
if there's something you're wanting her to do, you want to tell it to her and not just.
Right.
Because a lot of times it's hard. I mean, you know, your house is pretty big, so if you're walking in one room and she's in another room, she's not going to hear it, and then you'll get frustrated she didn't do something because she didn't hear it.
Oh shit! She
And then
can't
there goes the
understand
snide
I
me.
told you long time ago. Make sure I heard you and understand you. Because look, I have if the conversation has a tendency to go on too long, my mind has already left this conversation.
Yep.
And I will look right at you and tell you I'm no longer
done.
paying
Did you
attention.
see that rabbit?
I quit paying attention.
Mic
to you
drop,
long time
it went
ago.
away. Yeah.
Squirrels.
I told him, I said, he sometimes has a he tells a
Long-winded?
story, yes,
Yeah.
before he gets to the point, and I'm like,
'Cause it's so
and
colorful.
then by the time it's all over with, I'm like, okay, all right, whatever.
Has no clue.
What you said to me at all.
So then, what could you do differently?
I told him, I said, make sure you ask me to repeat it.
Uh-huh.
Ask me, what did I ask you to do? And how
But-
did, you know.
And then the other thing too is you could always tell them, okay, what are the main points? What are you trying to get across to me?
But
I know if it's a story,
I
it's
don't
a story,
think you
but
can do that. I really don't think you can just chop it off and go, well, this is what I need you to do. Because I think you have to,
you have to tell a story.
well, not necessarily a story, but you kind of, you have to get there
Elaborate
from
with
point A
details.
to point B.
It's all in the detail.
It's, okay.
And you're very to the point.
No, she.
I'm,
No,
Or well, to the point, but like no.
the bullet point. Oh,
Oh
so when she tells stories, it's kind of a
no,
long-winded too.
no, not stories. I thought you were talking about the way we approach things.
Oh, okay. Oh, your
we
projects.
have
You're talking
two
about your
different-
projects,
We have
yeah.
way two different styles of. I think in the end we end up doing the same thing that we were trying to explain to the other one, but we just have a different way of,
Getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so your homework this week is to talk more together, face to face, not going in different directions.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate you coming.
Well, thank you.
Ain't
Appreciate you. both.
nothing wrong with me. I didn't get